तेरा हाथ हो
और मंजिल केदारनाथ हो।
मेरे हाथ में तेरा हाथ हो
और मंजिल केदारनाथ हो।
शिव शून्य है शिव पुण्य है
शिव कर्म है शिव धर्म है।
शिव शून्य है शिव पुण्य है
शिव कर्म है शिव धर्म है।
जहाँ शिव बसे हैं बर्फ के संग
मुझे उस नगरी में लेके चल।
तेरे हाथ में मेरा हाथ हो
और मंजिल केदारनाथ हो।
तेरे हाथ में मेरा हाथ हो
और मंजिल केदारनाथ हो।
शिव आदि है शिव अंत है
शिव मोक्ष है शिव प्रेम है।
शिव आदि है शिव अंत है
शिव मोक्ष है शिव प्रेम है।
जहाँ बादल बसते शिव के साथ
है मूषक वाहन तेरो, तू ही जग का रखवाला। तेरी सुंदर मूरत मन में, तू बालक सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तू चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूरी रूप निराला। तू चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूरी रूप निराला। है मूषक वाहन तेरो, तू ही जग का रखवाला। तेरो सुमिरन हर पूजन को, तेरो सुमिरन हर पूजन को। सबसे पहले फलदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरे नाम को जिसने धारा, उस पर रहती से धारा। तेरे नाम को जिसने धारा, उस पर रहती से धारा। मेरे रोम रोम अंतर में एक तेरा रूप निराला, तेरी महिमा तू ही जाने, तेरी महिमा तू ही जाने। शिव पार्वती के बालक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। मन मंदिर का अंधियारा तेरे नाम से हो जियारा, तेरे नाम से जोत जली तो मन ने बहती सुखदारा। तेरो सुमिरन हर को जन को, तेरो सुमिरन हर को जन को। सबसे पहले फलदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। देवा महादेवा तू सबसे निराला है, देवा महादेवा तू सबसे निराला है। बम बम भोलेनाथ से तू मुझको शिवाला है। हरिओम 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 हरिओम। सिर पर विराज गंग और अंग पर बभूते, सिर पर विराज गंग और अंग पर बभूते। देव दैत्य दानवों तू मुझको शिवाला है। देवा महादेवा तू सबसे निराला है। हरिओम 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 हरिओम। अंग पर बभूते सकल जगत के आधार निर्गुण नित्य निर्विकार श्वेतज अंदज विरज मुझको शिवाला है देवा महादेवा तू सबसे निराला है बम बम भोलेनाथ से तू मुझको शिवाला है हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि
जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय. We propitiate worship the divine goddess as we pray with faith, with love and with devotion this evening. Hari Om Sri Ganesha Namah, Sri Saraswate Namah, Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Govinda Namo Namah. Aim Him Krim Chamundai Viche Namaha. Durga Devi Mata Ki Jai. We offer flowers at the feet of the divine goddess. We sprinkle water on all our ingredients and oblations as we pray for purification. Apavitra Pavitra Sarvavastam Gatopva Yasmaret Pundarekaksha Sabahayam Tara Suche. We ignite the flames in our tears. Om Deepa Jyotir Para Brahma Deepa Jyotir Janadhara Deepo Haratame Papam Deepo Yamrati Gretam Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. We pray to the divine goddess Durga Devi. May you be pleased with us. Om Namaschandika Namah. Om Namaschandika Namah. Om Namaschandika Namah. We worship the doorkeeper of the divine goddess, Kala Bhairav. Kala Kalaya Vitmai, Kala Titaya Dhimai, Tanno Kala Prachodayat. Harim Batuka Padwadana Kurkvatka Om Namah Shivaya. सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरणे त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. जगदम्बा माता की जय. मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया.
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया.
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया. मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया.
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया.
स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया.
स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया.
अर्घ्यं चरावो देवी मैया, मैं तो अर्घ्यं चरावो दुर्गा मैया.
अर्घ्यं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो अर्घ्यं चरावो दुर्गा मैया.
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया,
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
वस्त्रम चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो साड़ी चरावो दुर्गा मैया,
वस्त्रम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो साड़ी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
रक्षा चरावो देवी मैया, मैं तो रक्षा चरावो दुर्गा मैया,
रक्षा चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो रक्षा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
चंदन चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो चंदन चरावो दुर्गा मैया,
चंदन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो चंदन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो चंदन चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया,
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
गंधम चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो गंधम चरावो दुर्गा मैया,
गंधम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो गंधम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
हरदी चरावो देवी मैया, मैं तो हरदी चरावो दुर्गा मैया,
हरदी चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो हरदी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
सिंदूर चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो सिंदूर चरावो दुर्गा मैया,
सिंदूर चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो सिंदूर चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो सिंदूर चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया,
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्बम चराओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दुर्बम चराओ दुर्गा मैया,
दुर्बम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दुर्बम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
बेलपत चराओ देवी मैया, मैं तो बेलपत चराओ दुर्गा मैया,
बेलपत चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो बेलपत चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया,
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
नीम चराओ देवी मैया, मैं तो नीम चराओ दुर्गा मैया,
दीपक चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दीपक चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
नीम चराओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो नीम चराओ दुर्गा मैया,
दीपक चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दीपक चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया,
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
आरती चराओ देवी मैया, मैं तो आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
नैवेद्य चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो लपसी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
नैवेद्य चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो लब से चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
परसा चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो नैवेद्य चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
परसा चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो लब से चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आचमन चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
माला चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
जगदो दारिणी माता दुर्गा, जगदो दारिणी माँ। जगे जगदोदारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदोदारिणी माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जगदोदारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदोदारिणी माँ माता दुर्गा जगदोदारिणी माँ जगदोदारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदोदारिणी माँ ओ जगदोदारिणी माँ ओ जगदोदारिणी माँ ओ जगदोदारिणी माँ जगदम्बा माता की जय. We join in expressions of welcome this evening. Om Dum Durga Namah. 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 Om Dum Durga Namah.
Seetaram, Sairam, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, and a very pleasant good evening to all. The privilege is mine this evening to welcome you on behalf of the spiritual leader, Pandit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj, and the executive and members of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation. To you, our fellow devotees, your presence here this evening is threefold. Firstly, to celebrate Pandit's birthday. Secondly, to support the foundation. And thirdly, and most importantly, to pray. Whether what your reasons is, we openly welcome you. And we do hope that you have a very wonderful evening with us here. To the various media houses present here, we have U 97.5, 103.1, Fire 101.7 FM, and Sankhya Television. To all the presenters, announcers, technicians, not forgetting those in master control, you have been doing a very great job in bringing functions like these to the world at large. We thank you and we welcome you as well. To all our viewers, both locally and internationally, though you are not here physically, you may be viewing us or listening to us, we welcome you and we do hope, though you are not here physically, you also will receive the blessings of this Yagya. To our kind and generous sponsors, our heartfelt gratitude to you. We hope that Bhagwan continue to bless you as you continue to propagate Dharma. We know some of you are here and some of you are listening to us in the comfort of your home. Whether where you are, we welcome you. It is said that music touches us emotionally where words cannot sometimes. To our in-house Kirtan Mandali and all our specially invited guest artists, we share that sentiment. And you know, when you sing and we listen to your vocals, that is how we feel. We welcome you as well. I think I haven't forgotten anyone. So let us all get into that frame of mind now as we get ready to listen to a beautiful katha as narrated and explained to us by our officiating Vyas, Panditji, Pandit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj. Seetaram.
Syavar Ramachandra ki jai. We thank you. This evening, let us all bow our heads in prayer as we chant mantras of invocation. Hari Om. Chant with me. Hari Om. Hari Om. Varnanamrita sanganam rasanam chandrasamapi mangalanam chakaritaro bande vani vinayako bhavani shankaro vande Shraddha Vishwaswarupino Yabhyam vina na pashanti Siddha Swantastameshwaram. Ramayan Sumiran. Jo sumirata siddha hoy Ganenayaka karivada vadana Karahuvanu grahasoy Bodhirashi supaguna sadhana Moka hoy bajan Angochadaya girivara gahana Jasu kripa sodaya Prabhu sakala kanimala gahana नीला सरो रहूषा तरुण यरुण बारी जनयन करहु सो मम उरदा सदा चीर सागर सयन Kundailo samade Umaramana kaduna ayana Jahidina padhane Karahu kripa mardana mayana बंदो गुरु परकन कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि महामोहा तमपो जासु बचन रवि करनी करा बंदो पावन कुमार प्रलवल पावत ज्ञान दरा जासु हृदय आकार कसहु राम सरताप हरा। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रजा, निज मन मुकुर सुधार। बदनो रघुवर विमल यश, जोदायक फलचार। बोधहीन तनु जानिके, सुमेरो पवन कुमार। बल बुध विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेश विकार। तुलसी कृत रमायण, कथा करहु अनुसार। आसन लीजे प्रेम हित, आवहु पवन कुमार सिया। पति रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, अयोध्या राम लला की जय। वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय, पुरेसा जगन्नाथ की जय। बोलो बे सब संतन की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। Before we continue, I pay obeisance to the lotus-like feet of all our Brahma Devatas. Matri Devo Bhava, I pay tribute to my divine mother, who unfortunately, because of work and other commitments, she could not be here physically, but she is looking on. And so, to all of you who came from far and near, this evening to my co-celebrant, Uncle Harry, he's celebrating his birthday, and Adi Dave is celebrating his birthday. I want to say happy birthday to both of you in advance, and God's blessings now and always. This evening, I want you to just turn to the person next to you and ask them, how are you? Ask them. Turn to the person next to you and ask them, what kind of day did you have? Ask them. Turn to the person next to you, ask them, you're tired? Ask them. You're hungry? That's all right, you're still looking good. Tell them, that's fine, you're still looking nice. This evening there is a special godson of mine here, Rana, and he's celebrating his birthday too. This evening let us join in the kirtan. Let's clap our hands. Let's make a joyful noise unto Bhagwan. Everybody together. Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Radhe Gopal, Radhe Gopal.
Radhe Gopal, Radhe Gopal.
Radhe Gopal, Radhe Gopal.
Radhe Gopal, Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganapati Bappa Moria. गणपति बापा मोरिया,
गणपति बाबा मोरिया,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
दुर्गा माता सरस्वती,
दुर्गा माता सरस्वती,
दुर्गा माता सरस्वती,
दुर्गा माता सरस्वती,
दुर्गा काली नमोस्तुते,
दुर्गा काली नमोस्तुते,
दुर्गा काली नमोस्तुते,
दुर्गा काली नमोस्तुते,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
राधे गोपाल श्यामा गोपाल,
राधे गोपाल श्यामा गोपाल,
राधे गोपाल श्यामा गोपाल,
राधे गोपाल श्यामा गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाल,
जगदम्बा देवी जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी ओ जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
ओ 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 जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा माता की जय. We put our hands together. We listen to the opening doha. बीतरह वीर कह परमा, जुग कीन्ही विचार, जुग कीन्ही विचार, एक सहस्र पूजा, को भोजन यति पार, को भोजन अति पार, सिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम. मंगल भवनय मंगल भवनय मंगलहारी, द्रवउ सुदस रत अजीर बिहारी, मंगल भवनय मंगल भवनय मंगलहारी, द्रवउ सुदस रत अजीर बिहारी, ताकु गुण कह जनक सुतय बन दीन माई, राकु सुरपति दर मन जाई, तातु देहि राम तातु देहि राम, जय ही सीताई, शरण बोले कहा बचन पुनाई, जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम. Tonight, our katha continues from where we left off last night. And so Bhagwan Sri Ram and Mata Sita, they're seated now on the throne, and they're now coronated as king and queen of this beautiful place called Ayodhya. But now as they're seated on the throne, what will happen? Something happens. As soon as the crown is placed on the head of Lord Rama and Mata Sita, in a distance, Bhagwan Sri Ram hears something. In a distance, faintly, he hears something. But this is being told as a secret, and it is being told whispering, and Sri Ram has the ability to hear. Do you know a person who can hear very well? Do you know though you are whispering, that person will still be able to tell what you are saying? Do you know anybody like that? And so faintly in a distance, Sri Ram could hear the whispers. And what is the whisper saying? And what happens when he hears? Listen, the Katha tells us. Sanamu kadehi kachu, sanamu kadehi kachu dehi nakala, hamisha hadehi kada kripa nidhara, nija jaya maya raki, nija jaya madrika hare binu Rahu Jaya Kaha Dharma Pitata Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. Hearing the whisper faintly from in the back of the room, what is being told, even in whisper, disturbs the mind of Sri Ram. What do you allow to disturb your mind? Let me change that to an easier question. Who do you allow to disturb your mind? And so his mind becomes disturbed. And so though it makes him unhappy, he pretends that nothing has happened. You and I, we pretend a lot. Is that true or not? Shake your head like this. Auntie Saab? So, do you pretend? We all pretend. You're hungry, you know, and you're seeing the food in front of you. But because the person who is giving the food, you really don't like them. They say, you go eat. You say, nah, my belly full. Pretend. You're smiling from ear to ear, but inside you're crying. You're unhappy, isn't it? There was a great debate before I left this evening. Auntie Radhika is saying to me, what are you wearing? It is your birthday. Today is a day of thanksgiving. When you give thanks with humility. Do you know that? Humility is the doorway to mukti, salvation. Being humble. I didn't come to dress up my body. I came to give thanks for my existence. And there is a difference. I came to polish and to shine and to dress up my Atma, my soul. For when I will stand in front of my Paramatma, my Bhagwan, my God. Tonight, Sri Ram hears in a distance and it disturbs his mind. Look at the person next to you and ask them, what are you allowing to disturb you? Ask them. Ask them. Look at the person next to you and ask them, who are you allowing to disturb you? Ask them. Hello, Larry, ask her. Ramurit, ask her. And Sri Ram pretends that everything is normal. And then pretending that everything is normal, then slowly Sri Ram continues as though nothing has happened. What is he doing? Listen, it tells us. सुग्रीव हरे कर्ण सुग्रीव हरे कर्ण दर्शन देखा प्रभु कह स्थान हरे नदेखा। Sing with me. जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। Shri Ram begins to show and to honor and to show appreciation to Sugriv and to Bibhishan and all of the beings who helped him while he was on his journey in the forest. And now he begins to show appreciation. And Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes, he says, Shri Ram spoke and he said to them, to all of them, you acted in my absence from the kingdom as my father, my mother, my friend, and my strength. Listen to what he's saying. You acted as mother and father and friend and strength. Can somebody describe those things in you? Can somebody describe you to be all of those things? A strength, a father, a mother, a friend? We live in a world among people. Our friends, they remember us selectively. Let me change that word. Conveniently. A friend in need is a friend. Tell the person next to you, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Tell them. Tell them. And so, showing gratitude, Shri Ram speaks. But listen to what he says. He says something that touches the heart and the nerve of every being who was there. Listen to what he says. Listen to what Shri Ram is saying. नाट सकल मुनि देहि न भाई अवतर घर कहरी सुचाई। जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। Shri Ram, he's praising them for their dutifulness, not beautifulness, their dutifulness. What is the difference with beauty and duty? When you do your duty to the best of your ability, your beauty shines. Do you believe that? He's thanking them and showing gratitude for their dutifulness. And Shri Ram says, my emotion is beyond words. There are no amount of words that I can express to you to symbolize how grateful I am. We live in a world among people that you will give your very existence for, but they always treat you in an ungrateful way. Is that true? And so, Shri Ram uttering these words, though he was praising all of them, they still had something in their mind. What did they have in their mind? Listen, Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes, Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. Sing with me. Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. Naat hasat muniya bhai ayat bagiri chara मन सूचाई मुनि तब भसु कहा बन सुर पाई परम प्रभु कहा देहि न दाई Sing with me. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram was praising everybody there. But do you know everybody there? Though Shri Ram was singing their praises and showing gratitude and expressing love and expressing appreciation, do you know they were still envious? Do you know they were still envious? You could never do enough for an ungrateful person. Is that true or not? You could never do enough for an ungrateful person. The people you give your all still look at you and say, you did nothing for me. There is a proverb that says, you could take the horse to the well, but you cannot force the horse to. My existence, my gift of human existence is to help and to guide you onto the pathway of bhakti, devotion. But I could teach you to pray. I could show you to pray. I could encourage you to pray, but I cannot force you to pray. My job is to remind you that amidst all the party and lime and fat and rum and all of those things, none of those things will benefit your soul. And a time will come when your soul will stand in regret in front of Paramatma, Bhagwan. And you can't tell him, I didn't know, because he'll remind you of the many times you were reminded. As you get older, and you celebrate existence, you celebrate one step closer. Do you know? One step closer, Uncle Harry. Not a pension, but through the tension of life, one step closer to Bhagwan, to God. I don't know about you, but I have adopted a new philosophy. I love you. Hello, hi, goodbye. I've adopted a new philosophy that I ought to be my best friend. I've adopted a new philosophy. Eat little and live. I've developed a new philosophy. Santosham Paramam Sukham. The doorway to Mukti, salvation, is learning to be contented. Learning to be happy with what God has blessed you with. Because if you depend on man to bless you, you're in real trouble. I have learned that. Tonight, all of the beings there, they're jealous. And you know what they're jealous? They're jealous about a person. Shri Ram didn't even mention his name. Shri Ram did not even give him a thank you or anything. And they're still jealous. Do you know much people, they're envious of you for no reason at all? Do you know much people, they dislike you for no reason at all? Well, I want to tell you, continue to shine and continue to be the best version of yourself. They are all envious of Lord Hanuman. No thanks, no mention, nothing would have been said about Lord Hanuman. And they are envious of Lord Hanuman. But in a distance, Shri Ram continues to hear the chatter. And hearing the chatter, he begins to hear and pay attention to what is being said. And this aggravates him even further. Have you ever slept in a room with somebody else? Maybe when you go abroad, and whole night they're in their suitcase, and in their suitcase have a set of bag, and chur whole night. When you're trying to sleep, they're digging. How does that affect you? How does that affect you? It says, Shri Ram is affected by these whispers. And so he decides to remain calm. But then some being comes to him. Who is coming to him? Listen, it tells us. Badra nadehi kaha sumero hunata Raghupati da kaha dehi bidata, Dehi bidata. Together. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. One of Sri Ram's companion. Have you ever heard that word companion before? What does that word companion mean? One of Sri Ram's companion comes to his ears, and his companion's name is Bhadra. Bhadra comes to the ear of Sri Ram. Your companion is supposed to be your best. Do you have best friends? Hello, Auntie Radhika, do you have best friends? President, do you have best friends? Bhadra goes to the ears of Sri Ram, and Bhadra says, Rama, did you hear? Did you hear what is being said? Did you listen to what is being said? There is a rumor being spread about Mata Sita. And so all of the beings in Ayodhya, they're now very confused because of what they're hearing. Oh Rama, what will we do? Tonight, turn to the person next to you and ask them, what we gonna do? Ask them. Ask them. Carol, talk to Hannah. Lisa, talk to Hannah. Ask her, what we gonna do? Chano, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Bhadra, he looks at Sri Ram and he says, Rama, what will we do? A time comes in our life when we become so confused and we don't know what we will do. We don't know where to turn to. We don't know who to turn to. We don't know what our fate will be. Well, I want to tell you, never give up. Never give up. Because in your weakest, most darkest moments, Bhagwan will send somebody if he can't come. If God can't come, he will send some aid. And so Bhadra asking, what will we do? Sri Ram decides to do something. What does he do? Listen. Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes, Ramchandra, Ramchandra, Ram pyara naam. Ramchandra, Ramchandra, Ram pyara naam. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Sukhi kaha sarama, Sukhi kaha sarama, Bhajan kala. Upar ubhara. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram, he slips off the throne and he moves away from everybody. And moving away from everybody, he wears the clothing of a sadhu. How does a sadhu dress? How does a sadhu dress? Long ago, you were having the Bhagavad Yagna, and the sadhu will leave his home and he will come and stay in the Yagyashala. Everybody sleeping on bed and mattress and sponge, and the sadhu sleeping on a pal. You know what's a pal? You know why they call it a pal? Your pal is your best friend. Huh? Your bed is your best friend. A time comes when you say, you yourself say, all I've seen is my bed. Huh? Your best friend. The sadhu sleeps on the pal, and sleeping on the pal, the sadhu will wear the dhoti. And you know what the sadhu will do? In between the sessions of the worship, the sadhu will take off his dhoti and wash it with his own hand so, and hang it up on a tree to dry. When you go to the Yagya Shala, you've seen dhoti hang up everywhere like ornament. In a day and age that we live in when there are washing machines and dryer and detergent and fabric softener, somebody had to watch you and say, you bathe? How you smelling so? Even the cleanest clothes gets dirty. Do you believe that? Let me tell you what I mean. When you go to the bathroom and you bathe, and you come out of the bathroom, is your body clean or dirty? After you have shampooed and soap, is your body clean or dirty? Hello? Your body clean or dirty after you bathe? Clean. You wipe your skin with what? With what? With a towel, isn't it? Then how does the towel get dirty? Excuse? How does the towel get dirty? Hello? Are you all awake? How does the towel get dirty if you bathe and your body is clean? Did you give thought to that? And if you don't hang up that towel good, you know how it smells? It smells just like how some of you smell. Because you swear that you get hung up somewhere the wrong way. In the age and the day that we live in, hygiene is important. Always remember, cleanliness is next to. Cleanliness is not only the way you keep your home, but cleanliness is the way that you keep your body. Your body. Your body is your gift from Bhagwan. And how you treat your body is your gift back to Bhagwan. And so, what will happen? Shri Ram takes the disguise of a sadhu, wearing his simple clothing, and he goes into the village and he sits at the bank of the river. But sitting at the bank of the river, something happens. Jal pinch marat piyasa dhobe hare bhajani ko. Jal pinch marat piyasa dhobe hare bhajani ko. O jal pinch marat piyasa dhobe hare bhajani ko. In the river, there is a dhobi. Who is a dhobi? There is a dhobi in the river. Who is a dhobi? A dhobi is a washerman. A dhobi is a washerman. The washerman is in the river. And the washerman goes into the river. Why? To wash clothes. But as the dhobi is standing in the river, what will happen? The dhobi is doing something. What is he doing? Jal pinch marat piyasa dhobe hare bhajani ko. Jal pinch marat piyasa dhobe hare bhajani ko. O jal pinch marat piyasa dhobe hare bhajani ko. The dhobi is talking 10 miles an hour, and the dhobi has forgotten his task. He's busy talking and he has forgotten his work. Do you know much people spend their whole life talking and not doing any action? You call me and I can't answer the phone and you get vexed. But you think that I'm sitting down home like you, doing nothing. But that is not the case. From 12 o'clock last night until I just came here, I have 52,000 WhatsApp messages. How much can I read? Who am I going to talk to? WhatsApp sent me a warning that I need to clear my WhatsApp. Or else, I don't know, I couldn't read the whole long disclaimer. And I started to sweat. I said, should I deactivate WhatsApp? But then when you try to call me on WhatsApp and you can't get me, you say, he get big. Huh? I too small for he. Well, the small me loves and remembers all of you. But I can't say the same for you. Because you remember me because today is my birthday. What about all the other days? My birthday is not one day. My birthday is every day of my life. My birthday is not one day. And I don't celebrate birthday and stick cake one day. I stick a cake every Friday. I don't know about you. I don't know how long I have to live again. I eaten cake for so. I singing happy birthday. Call me crazy, call me greedy, call me fat, call me whatever you want to call me. I'll just add it to the list of names that have already been called. But I am enjoying existence, and you should enjoy yours. Turn to the person next to you and ask them, you're enjoying your existence? Ask them. Auntie Maini, ask them. You enjoying your existence? Ask them. Tell them. Say it only have one way. Tell them it only have one way. Sonia, tell her it only have one way. And tell her that way is you have to learn to mind your own business. Tell them. Only one way. You'll ever enjoy your existence when you learn to look after you. And so, what will happen? The Dhobi standing in the river. What is he doing? The Dhobi sees in a distance Shri Ram disguised, not knowing that it is Shri Ram. And the Dhobi, he calls out to Shri Ram. And Shri Ram goes closer to the edge of the river. And as Shri Ram goes closer to the edge of the river and he sits down, what will happen? The Dhobi begins to speak. What is the Dhobi saying? Jal pich marat piyasa Dhobi hare bhajani ko. O jal pich marat piyasa Dhobi hare bhajani ko. The Dhobi is looking at Shri Ram. He doesn't know Shri Ram. And he's standing in the river and he's looking at Ram and he says, you have no water? I'm thirsty. You have no water? I'm thirsty. And Shri Ram smiles. He says, no, I have no water. I have no water. The Dhobi say, you didn't hear? You didn't hear? And Shri Ram says, hear? Didn't hear what? And the Dhobi says, you didn't hear? Well, let me tell you. How much times people call you on the phone and say, you're here? Well, let me tell you. For me, can't even answer my phone. So you're telling me, I'm sure about that. And the minute you call me and I realize it's gossip, I gone before you even know. I gone. I don't want to be a part of it. And so the Dhobi begins to speak. Do rahi chamma ke man gin roya re, do rahi chamma. Do rahi chamma ke man gin roya re, do rahi chamma. You know what this song is saying? This song saying that you could stand up in the river and use the soap to wash the clothes and they go get clean. But they didn't have no amount of soap you could take and scrub your mind to get it clean. It have no amount of soap that you could put and scrub your mind in a scrubbing board to get it clean. The only thing that will get it clean is keeping the good company. Binu satasanga vivekana hoy. Ram kripa binu surabana soy. The only thing that will get it clean is to build a relationship and a bond with Bhagwan, with God. For when all else fails, only God will help us. We sat home this morning to do puja to Mother Durga. And while we are doing the puja, one funeral passed, and next funeral passed, and next funeral passed, and next funeral passed, and next funeral passed. And I say to them, how many people dead? And in my mind, I'm saying, thank God, I'm not dead. Every morning you get up, you ought to say, thank God for another day. Thank you that you allowed me to see another day, Bhagwan. Do rahi chamma ke man ki naruya re, do rahi chamma. The Dobby says, you didn't hear? Mata Sita, she's in family way. She's pregnant. She's sitting on the throne and she's the queen. And everybody happy and celebrating. But what they don't know is something I know. You ever know something that nobody else don't know? Hello? We are all Trinidadians. We don't know nothing and we just say we know. True or not? When you're in your gear, don't lie. Shake your head so. Shake your head, everybody. You don't know, but you pretend that you know to find out. Isn't it? And so, he says, you don't know? Mata Sita is pregnant, but not for Rama. She's pregnant for Ravan. Everybody know your business better than you. They don't think that you even know yourself. Do you know that? They don't think about you that you didn't even dream of knowing for yourself. The world that we live in a very confused world. In the Ramayan, Goswami Tulsidas he says we live in a world among people who throwing water on other people's house when their own house burning down. And they didn't mind their own business to recognize that. Goswami Tulsidas writes that in the Ramayan. He says, because you're so concerned about everything and everybody else that you have not placed emphasis on what you're supposed to. And you all know gossip spread like wildfire. You all know that? Hello? You all don't know that? Gossip spread like wildfire. A million good things happening. Nobody says anything, you know. The minute something bad happens, well, what you consider to be bad, everybody, the whole world knows. And so, Shri Ram, hearing this, what will happen? It says Shri Ram hears this. The Ramayan says, slanderous allegation. Listen to the words that come. Listen to the words that Goswami Tulsidas uses to talk about what is being said. Slanderous allegation. If it is proper, I don't know. I'm just reading the exact thing from the book. How much times allegations have been made about you slandering your name? Hello? How much times? I have news for you, you know. You can't expect everybody to like you. Do you all agree with that? I can't expect everybody to like me, Kelly. I can't expect everybody to like me. And I know that. You know why? Because not everybody have good taste. That's simply the reason why. Not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is going to love you. Because not everybody has good taste. Always remember that. Like Karaili. The first time you eat it, you didn't like it because you didn't like the taste. But after you eat it more than once, what happened? You love Karaili, isn't it? Well, I'm not like Karaili. I like sugar cake. Tonight, Shri Ram, hearing this, what he does? Shri Ram goes back to the kingdom quickly. And going back to the kingdom quickly, listen to what he does. Jai Ram Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Sing with me. Jai Ram Shri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Ban belu kaha san andikari, tehi busar kar de kahrai, de kahrai, tarat tarat kaha dehi na pai, jaya hi charit देर गुराई देर गुराई जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम. Sing with me everybody. Jai Ram Shri. I want to hear you. Jai Jai Shri Ram. Jai Jai. I can't hear you. Turn up your volume. Jai Jai Rama. Sing with me. Jai Ram Shri Rama. Shri Ram Jaya 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 Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Jai Ram Shri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram, he now gives thought to what has been said to him. And giving thought to what has been said to him, Shri Ram goes back into the kingdom. And going back into the kingdom, he now sits and Shri Ram begins to think. But he's not thinking about himself. He's thinking about the name of his father. Listen to what he's thinking of. The name of his. And then he begins to think about all the citizens of Ayodhya. And then finally he begins to think of the character of Mata. Listen to what he thinks about last. He's thinking about the character of Mata Sita, but last, not first. Because without a doubt in his mind, he knows that what is being said is a lie. It is untrue. He knows that the character of Mata Sita is pure and untouched. He knows this. So he thinks about that last. A man takes a lifetime to build a character. And it takes one idle gossiper sitting down home with a phone and nothing to do with their life to spoil and tarnish the character of a good person. Is that true? Is that true? Turn to the person next to you and tell them, when you have nothing to do and nothing good to say, put your finger on your lip. Tell them. Tell them. Turn to the person next to you and tell them, your phone is not a toy. Tell them, your phone is to be used for emergencies. Tell them. It is not Facebook again, it's Fastbook. You go there because you're fast. You want to see everybody's business. Did I just say that? Is that true? Is that true? Adi Dev say yeah. So I'm good with that. It says, Shri Ram now thinks about the character of Mata Sita. And remaining quiet, he sends. Who is he calling out to? Listen. Suni Prabhu Bachana Hidaya Biloka Jagata Janani Sab Juk Jora Sab Juk Jora. Together. Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. He summons his brothers, and summoning his brothers, he begins to tell them what he has heard. And beginning to tell them what he has heard, he says to Lakshmana, he says, "Oh Lakshmana, Pratkal." Pratkal means early in the morning. Pratkal, early in the morning. I want you to saddle the horses and I want you to take Mata Sita into the forest in the ashram of her guru. Take her away. Being given the instruction, Lakshmana says absolutely nothing. Mata Sita is leaving the next morning and she has no clue. When will you be leaving? When will I be leaving? And when I say leaving, I'm not saying leaving your home to come to the yagya. I'm saying leaving this world to go to a place where we don't know what we will meet, who will we meet, what it will be like. When will we be leaving? Turn to the person next to you and ask them, how long you have again? Ask them. Ask them. Auntie Ina, ask him, how long you have again? Tell them, say, I know how long you have again. Tell them. Tell them. Laura, tell him, I know how long you have again. So you'll live till you're dead. Tell them. You'll live until you die. But until that time, live every day and every moment as though it is your last. Enjoy your existence. Keep the company of those who will help you to be happy and to enjoy life. Keep the company of those who don't discuss anybody else. And I'm not telling you that, I live that. I practice that now more than ever. And so, as morning comes, what will happen? Mata Sita is awakened. And as Mata Sita is awakened, Mata Sita, she sits on the chariot. And something is about to happen. सुन लो पावन राम कहानी, सुन लो पावन राम कहानी। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। सुन लो पावन राम कहानी, सुन लो पावन राम कहानी। Mata Sita, she's confused. Mata Sita has no clue why she's on the chariot. She has no clue why she's being taken into the forest that she's just spent 14 years in. Why is she being taken there? And Mata Sita is asking Lakshmana, where are you taking me? And Lakshmana gives no answer. And Mata Sita sitting there on the chariot, Mata Sita becomes frightened. And when you become frightened, the first thing you want to do is what? She begins to cry. And as Mata Sita is crying, सुन लो पावन राम कहानी, सुन लो पावन राम कहानी। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। सुन लो पावन राम कहानी। The kahani is about to begin. What will happen? Tomorrow night, Goswami Tulsidas Ji will continue to tell us. For the Katha now takes us into another kand of the Ramcharitamanas, the Holy Ramayan. The Katha now takes us into love and Kush kand of the Ramayan. And so tomorrow we will listen to what Goswami Tulsidas Ji has to tell. At this time, I'm going to invite to the microphone Rajesh. No? Okay, we're going to do the Havan. Can we go to the Havan? सुन लो पावन राम कहानी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी हो, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी हो, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ओ भक्त हितकारी, भक्त हितकारी ओ भक्त हितकारी। हितकारी ओ भक्त हितकारी,
भक्त हितकारी ओ भक्त हितकारी,
ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ओ ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी,
ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी।
हमने तुमने खत कंब में का प्रहलाद बजायो, रामा का प्रहलाद बजायो, हमने तुमने कहत कंब में का प्रहलाद बजाय, रामा का प्रहलाद बजायो, हमने तुमने कहत कंब में काहे प्रहलाद बजायो, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ओ ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी,
ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी।
ओम भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि यो न प्रचोदयात्, स्वाहा इदं गात्रीदं नाम मम। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि यो न प्रचोदयात्, इदं गात्रीदं नाम मम। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि यो न प्रचोदयात्, स्वाहा इदं गात्रीदं नाम मम। ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ओ ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी,
ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी।
कोई न ले जय धन बांध के कतरिया,
कोई न ले गए धन बांध के गठरिया,
कोई न ले जय धन बांध के कतरिया,
कोई न ले गए धन बांध के गठरिया,
बांध के कतरिया ओ बांध के कतरिया,
बांध के गठरिया हो बांध के गठरिया,
बांध के कतरिया ओ बांध के कतरिया,
बांध के गठरिया हो बांध के गठरिया,
कोई न ले जय धन बांध के कतरिया।
कोई न ले गए धन बांध के गठरिया।
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम ऐं सरस्वत्यै नमः स्वाहा, ओम सर्वेश्वराय नमः स्वाहा, ओम उमामेश्वराय नमः, ओम वाणीरण्यगर्भाय नमः, ओम सचिप्रन्भ्यो नमः, ओम मातृपितृ चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः, ओम इष्टदेवताय नमः, ओम ग्रामदेवताय नमः, ओम स्थानदेवताय नमः, ओम दशदिक्पालदेवताय नमः, ओम सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः, ओम हरिमर्कटमर्कटाय नमः, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्, त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्, त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्, त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्। चान्द्रते त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे
सुगन्धि पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्, स्वाहा।
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्, त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्, त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात्। कात्यायनाय विद्महे कनककुमारी च धीमहि तन्नो भगवते प्रचोदयात्, कात्यायनाय विद्महे कनककुमारी धीमहि तन्नो भगवते प्रचोदयात्, कात्यायनाय विद्महे कनककुमारी च धीमहि तन्नो भगवते प्रचोदयात्, कात्यायनाय विद्महे कनककुमारी च धीमहि तन्नो भगवते प्रचोदयात्। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः स्वाहा, ओम हरिमर्कटमर्कटाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमः स्वाहा। 5 shares. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामय सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग्भवेत् स्वाहा ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ कालकालाय विद्महे कालतीताय धीमहि तन्नो कालः प्रचोदयात् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा ॐ सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवताय नमः स्वाहा ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय सर्वपापहरं देवं गाङ्ग्यं निर्मलं जलम् आचमनं यादत्त गृहाणा परमेश्वर लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गरीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शिरिषा नमामि वनस्पतिरसुरभूतो कण्डार्यो गणरूतमा आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं व्रते ग्रहीतां योर स्ट्रेच योर हैंड्स यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तर्कृतानिश्च तानि तानि प्रक्षिणा प्रक्षिणा प्रदे प्रदे ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो 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 भगवते वासुदेवाय. Tonight is a night and an evening of celebration. This evening I pay obeisance to the feet of my mother, but this evening I want to pay tribute to my beloved father. And so I pray to Bhagwan that wherever his soul may be, may he be happy and proud to have a son like me. May his soul rejoice in the realms of the heavens and dwell in the company of the Devatas. This is my prayer, this is my petition. You know me, you will know that I'm not a mother's child, but I'm a grandmother's child. When I think of her, and when I think of the contribution that she has made, and I think of the sacrifices that she made, I say thank God that He chose her to be my grandmother and nobody else. And in our puja today, I placed the murti of Lord Krishna, and mentally I said to Lord Krishna, whatever merits can be conveyed out of this, don't even give it to my father. I'm begging you, give it to my grandmother. That's the love that I had for her. And I'm not saying that. I mean that. And if you were ever privileged to see the relationship that she and I shared, It was not grandson and grandmother. It was best friend and body. That's what it was. She had been around, I know she'll be really, really happy. But I pray that Bhagwan, Paramatma, Sri Ram will bless her, wherever she is. This evening, let us all stand as we join in the closing arti. This evening, we send our love and we send our positive vibration. Top the trees, wherever they are. May Bhagwan bless them. I beg of you, Bhagwan, may you bless them. This is my prayer. Arati Shri Ramayan Ji ki.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीकी.
आरती श्री रामायण
गावत ब्रह्मा दिक मुनि नारद.
भावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद
वाल्मीक विज्ञान विशारद.
आरती श्री रामायण
सुख सनगारि शेषयनु शारद.
सुख सनगारि शेषयनु शारद
वरनि पवन सुत गीरत नीति.
आरती श्री रामायण
गावत वेद पुराण यशरस.
गावत वेद पुराण यशरस
शाहो शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन कोरस.
आरती श्री रामायण
मुनि जनदन संतन को सरवस.
मुनि जनधन संतन को सरवस
सारयच सम्मत सपहीति.
आरती श्री रामायण
गावत संकट शंभु भवानी.
गावत संकट शंभु भवानी
अरुगत संपव मुनि विज्ञानी.
आरती श्री रामायण
व्यासयाति कवि पूज बखानी.
व्यासयादि कवि पूज बखानी
काकभुषुंदे करुरते अहीति.
आरती श्री रामायण
कलिमलहर निविषय रस पीकी.
कलिमलहरनि विषय रस पीकी
सुबह सिंगार मुक्ति उपदेती.
आरती श्री रामायण
हरण रूप भव मूत्रियमी की. तात मात सब विधि तुलसी की.
आरती श्री रामायण
आ रामायण जी की
आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कली तललित सिय पीकी
आरती श्री रामायण
आरति श्री रामायण
आरती श्री रामायण
आरति श्री रामायण
आरती श्री रामायण
शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो कृपा सिंधु न डरो दया करो शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो कृपा सिंधु न डरो कृपा सिंधु न डरो दया करो शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय गीता गंगा च गायत्री सीता सत्य सरस्वती ब्रह्मा विद्या ब्रह्मावली त्रिसंध्या मुक्तगेहिनी अर्धमाता चिदानंदा भवगनी वैनाशिनी वेदत्रय परानंद तत्वर्थ ज्ञान मंजनी नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान चुरावे मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो शतवार पाठ करोय जूटे वंदे महासुख होय त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सिका त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति
ओम शांति
ओम शांति ओम शांति
ओम शांति ओम शांति
Thank you, Bhagwan. I say thank you for all the kind mercies you have bestowed upon me. I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, again and again. शिव शंकर में दया करो दुख हरो प्रभु जी सदा ही कृपा हम पे बनाए रखना प्रभु जी सदा ही कृपा हम पे बनाए रखना सियावर रामचंद्र की जय सत्य सनातन धर्म की सत्य सनातन धर्म की सत्य सनातन धर्म की रच रामचंद्र भगवान की turn each other with love from your heart Sita Rama सीताराम कहे जाई बेलीरा के रामा जाई बेलीरा के रामा काहे बेलीरा रे सीताराम सीतारामा सीताराम सीतारामा सीताराम सीतारामा जग जननी माँ अम्बे भवानी जग जननी माँ अम्बे भवानी अम्बे भवानी अम्बे भवानी अम्बे भवानी अम्बे भवानी जग जननी माँ अम्बे भवानी जग जननी माँ अम्बे भवानी दुर्गा भवानी काली भवानी दुर्गा भवानी शक्ति भवानी जग जननी माँ अम्बे भवानी जग जननी माँ अम्बे भवानी बोलो बोलो अयोध्या नाथ सिया पति रामचंद्र की आसन पर बैठिए. Let us all please be seated. As the RT is now going to come to you, I'm handing over the microphone to Auntie Radhika.
Sitaram once again. You all are hearing me in the back? Are you all hearing me? Good. So we have a short program planned, very impromptu. So I'm just going to call on a few persons to say something on behalf of Panditji and Uncle Harry as well. So the first person I'm going to call is the president of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation, Mrs. Nadira Prasad. Dave and Munilal, get ready. I know I didn't tell you all anything.
Sitaram, everyone. So we are here to celebrate Pandit Sunil's birthday tonight. So amidst of the 56,000 well-wishers, I would like to be one of them. And I hope that my wishes and my blessings does not go unread or acknowledged. So I'd like to say happy birthday, Pandit. And there's no amount of words to express how I feel or how blessed I feel to have you as my Pandit. And I'm sure a lot of the other members in the group feels the same way. And today we celebrate you. Every day we celebrate you, as a matter of fact. Sometimes we don't have a choice, but we celebrate you. So, what can I wish for you? I think that God has blessed you with everything possible. Good health. Material things are not here or there for you. Good health and to be a pundit and to guide us spiritually and to so many thousands of people to be guided spiritually by you. That is definitely a blessing that is immeasurable, and I don't know how to compare my blessings to what you already have. So I just want to say that may God continue to give you the strength and the guidance to lead us as a spiritual leader, to lead us as a human being, and to be there for us not only as a pundit but as a friend, as a brother, as a father, and so many other shoe to fit. Sitaraman, we love you all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Prasad, for your kind words and sentiments. We'll call upon Dr. Rajesh. Dr. Rajesh is the son of Uncle Harry. We call on Dr. Rajesh to say a few words. While Rajesh is making his way up here, Malu, get your speech ready. We're going to be very short. Remember, the people hungry.
Namaste Sitaram to all the devotees gathered here tonight and those listening as well. Firstly, I would like to say happy birthday to Pandit Sunil. It really is a pleasure to celebrate Pandit's 16th birthday once again. And well, I'm very, very thankful to be part of the family here celebrating. When I had now met Pandit and I asked, well, who's that person? Who's that person? That's my aunt, that's my uncle. So that means he has 25,000 aunts and 25,000 uncles. And finally, we could get a space big enough to celebrate Pandit's birthday. It's always hard to talk after Pandit Sunil speaks for 2 hours, just to say 2 minutes. But tonight, I was really touched by his katha. The Ramayan is always a bit sentimental to my heart. And if I had to take away 2 things, it would be to never listen to the negative influences or the negative thoughts around you. Never pay them any heed. And always be prepared, and the way to be prepared is with prayer. So that was something I learned from my dad at a very young age. I remember when I was in Standard 2, I was being transferred from a non-Hindu school to a Hindu school, and I was worried that I wouldn't know any of the prayers, any of the bhajans on the first day. And when I came home, I realized that my father had actually taught me everything that I needed to know from a very young age. Similarly, he has done the same with his grandchildren. Yesterday, I had some bad news for Adidev. I called him to tell him that, all his presents stuck in customs in Miami, and they can't be cleared for your birthday. And I mean, which 7-year-old wants to hear that he not getting any toys for his birthday? But he was actually more excited to be here to pray and to celebrate with Pandit Sunil than to actually get any toys. And I think that's just because, he has his grandfather guiding him and the family that, you prefer to actually pray and spend time in the Ramayan and listening to the Ramayan than to actually get toys and celebrate in that way. Also, my daughter, she goes through the same thing. She goes to a non-Hindu school, but every day she tells a story. Yesterday, her grandfather told her that Lord Ram is the 7th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And she wants to know number 1 to 6. And, well, she waited to come up here to ask Pandit Sunil numbers 1 to 6. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is that we are really, truly blessed in my family to be guided by both my father, Uncle Harry, as everyone calls him, and our Guru, Pandit Sunil. And I'd just like to say happy birthday and God's choicest blessings to both of them. May God bless them with long life, health, and strength. Also, I'd like to say happy birthday to my nephew, Adidev. If you all see Adidev running around the corridor, that's the guy, the child in the dark colored kurta. Apparently, everybody who's born on the 16th of June has some kind of Lord Krishna type energy when they're young. So if you speak to Pandit Sunil and my father, they'll give you all the stories of how much, I want to say trouble, but I prefer a word like chaos. How much chaos they would have caused when they were younger and they were growing up. And lastly, I'd like to say happy birthday to my Uncle Bobby, who is one of the pillars of the Ramsmooth family. And may God bless Uncle Bobby with health and strength as well. So thank you, everyone, and Sitaram.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajesh, for your contribution. We don't want to spend too much time on this, but I'm going to call Dave to the microphone. I'm sure you have a few words to say. Dave is the Vice President of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation.
Thank you. Sitaram, everyone. To our dearly beloved Pandit Sunil, we don't meet people by accident. we meet people, as Pandit was saying in one of his short talks with us. We meet people and cross people path from previous births. And that's how it keeps going from this birth to the next one. So we are sure to be meeting often. Panditji, since you have came into our life, since we have met you, you are truly an inspiration to us, to my family. And we were truly blessed to have someone like you to lead us in the spiritual path. We are truly blessed for that. On behalf of my wife, my children, we wanted to tell you happy birthday, and may you live to see many, many more and keep guiding us along the path. Happy birthday. Sitaram.
Thank you, Dave. I'm not certain, but Uncle Harry's sister, Danny, I think it is she here? Right. As I said, it was very impromptu, so we'll ask her to speak for a few moments on behalf of Uncle Harry. And the guy she's holding is the birthday boy. Adi Dave, that's his name.
Sitaram. They hear me? Sitaram. This evening, kata by Pandit Sunil describe my brother and brothers, Harry as well as Bobby. They are humble, they are great friends, they are grateful, they're not in any bacchanal, and if specifically for Harry, if Carol give him a chance, he'll sleep in a pal and just like a sadhu. The saying that describes both Harry and Bobby well, the song I would like to say describe them is "The Wind Beneath My Wing" or Wings. You know, life sometimes may have rough patches, but it is always easy when you have the support of family. And I am sure not only Harry's brothers and sisters can say that, but his friends also. Something that I always admire in Harry especially, when, I can't remember if Rajesh was in O-levels or A-levels, but he left his job. And I was thinking, how is this boy going to send Rajesh and Adish to school and see about his family and all that? But you know, that faith like the mustard seed, that also describes Harry. Because he did it comfortable. Comfortable because of his faith. And those are the two things that most describe my brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we should pause a little bit. The group has prepared something special for Pandit Sunil, so we are going to listen to them now. And everybody knows that Pandit Sunil likes to see people happy, dancing, and enjoying themselves. So feel free to make him happy a little bit, because I know most of you could dance here, so how do they say, shake a waist a little bit? Okay.
So this song, it says, just as how Ayodhya was happy when Prabhu Sri Ram was born, so too today everyone here is happy, Pandit, to celebrate you, to celebrate with you as we celebrate your Janam Din. Hey Ayodhya, Joya Nanda Bai, Ayodhya, Joya Nanda Bai, Hey Ayodhya, Joya Nanda Bai, Ayodhya, Joya Nanda Bai, Hey Ananda Bai, Ramananda Bai, Ananda Bai, Ramananda Bai, Hey Ananda Bai, Ramananda Bai, Ananda Bai, Ramananda Bai, Hey Ayodhya, Joya Nanda Bai, Ayodhya, Joya Nanda Bai. हे रामचंद्र को जन्म भई है, रामचंद्र को जन्म भई है, रत्ना भूमि चाहिए, ओ रत्ना भूमि चाहिए, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई. ये कर बसोने को बनी है ये फलना, कर बसोने को बनी है ये फलना, झूलत राम सखी, ए झूलत राम सकीर सकीर, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, ए अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, ए आनंद भई, रामानंद भई, आनंद भई, रामानंद भई, ए आनंद भई, रामानंद भई, आनंद भई, रामानंद भई, ए अयोध्या जो आनंद भई, अयोध्या जो आनंद भई. ए जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैया जियो बिन राम, ओ जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैया जियो बिन राम, ए जियो बिन राम, 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 अरे जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैया जियो बिन राम, अरे राम लखन सिया बन को सिधारे, 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 अरे दशरथ तज गए प्राण, अरे दशरथ तज गए प्राण, जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैया जियो बिन राम, ओ जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, अरे जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, अरे जियो बिन राम, जिएंगे बिनो राम, जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, आ जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, जियो बिन राम, ओ जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, ओ रे ओ जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, जननी मैना जियो बिन राम, अरे ओ जननी मैना जियो बिन राम.
Thank you so much. I hope Panditji enjoyed that selection. He was looking a bit serious, but I nothing. Okay. Anyhow, we have just one more speaker. We have Papa Malu. He is going to talk to us for a few seconds.
Thank you. Well, you know, if I go to speak, it's about 2 to 3 hours, but I get 2 or 3 seconds. I will just tell you about me and Pandit Sunil, our bond, our relationship, and how we are father and son. You see, I sum it up like this. If you have 99 cents and you can't say you have $1, you must have that 1 cent to make it $1. And that 1 cent on both sides, for me and for Pandit Sunil is to make us complete. Right? As I always tell him, parents take care of children when they're small, and when parents get old, children take care of them. And that is the relationship I and Pandit Ji share together with me and my family. Thank you. God bless you.
So, during this week, Pandit received a lot of calls that I overheard. And many people will ask him, well, Pandit, what to buy for you? And his reply was, your presence is my present. I'm sure most of you know that he said that to you, okay? So this evening, we want to give something because of your presence here so that he will remember something that is not expensive and you can do it. And we're going to do it on one take. We want him to remember this night by what we are going to do. So you have to put your best foot forward. You know, like sometimes you remember things when you were young, your parents did. I remember something though. One evening he came from work, and I will never forget this. So I want you to do the same. Whenever you do what you're doing. One evening we came from work, and about 6:30 he said, get dressed. I want to take you out. You'll enjoy yourself. I tired but I say, okay, I'll go. So I dress up and thing, and we gone. The first place he stopped was by Paradise Cemetery. Light up. I said, okay, that might be just coincidence. I didn't tell him anything. By the end of the night, he had visited 4 cemeteries with me. And on top of that, he asked me, you had a good time? You know, I could never forget that. Anyhow, that was just by the way. So this evening, we are going to pretend that Panditji is 5 miles away from here. And at the top of your voices, I don't want to hear, like, I remember Pandit asking you all to sing, and you didn't sing, but we want him to remember this night. So we are all going to say in one accord, happy birthday, Pandit, we love you. You all think you can manage that? Remember, he's 5 miles away, eh? Everybody with their microphones. Come on, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday, Pandit. We love you.
Well, I say first take, but we're going to do it one more time. Very loudly. I know the place is big and everything, but we're going to try one more time. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Pandit. We love you. You'll remember that?
Of course I will. I love you too. I love all of you. बहुत प्यार करते हैं तुमको सनम बहुत प्यार करते हैं तुमको सनम.
Okay, one more thing. Pandit, as Mrs. Prasad said, sorry, Nadar, has everything that he could possibly dream of. I don't know from inside if he's happy or not, but his happiness lies in making you happy, in comforting you. I have seen that over the years I was with him, right? And I know that he values each and every one. All these years we have been praying good health, strength, growth, and everything good, right? I love Panditji with my whole heart. I think I have a whole heart. And one thing I would like to pray for, and I'd like you to join me for. He has everything except this one thing, eh? So we're going to ask Bhagwan to bless him immensely so he could master the art of time management. If everything else worked, that might work. Anyhow, folks, thank you for coming and taking part in this little program that we had this evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Meet your friends, laugh, sing, dance, come and meet Pandit, whatever. Have a great night. Sitaram.
Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. This evening we'll be entertained by the Rampasad brothers, and so I'm going to hand over to members of that group. Until we meet tomorrow evening again, tomorrow evening we have something very special planned. So please come tomorrow evening for the final evening of our Yagya. Until we meet tomorrow evening again, Jai Jai Sitaram.